Hola, welcome back. Now recently, guys, a lot of celebrity relationships have been cast under even more spotlight, and subsequently they're under a lot of scrutiny as well. Now we are in a unique position because us, as fans, you and me, we get a front row seat as these famous romances blossom and or die. So here to break down some of the big breakups and fallouts of famous lovebirds is celebrity matchmaker and dating expert Alessandra Conti. Hi, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to name several Hollywood pairings, and you can, just break it down for us. You can tell us what lessons the general public can take away from what they are seeing play out publicly. And let's start with a pretty obvious one that a lot of people are talking about, and that's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Now, their courtroom saga has been making headlines for weeks now. There are serious allegations being thrown back and forth. So I guess my question to you is, what is their history and their feud that we're watching play out teach us about when to walk away from a toxic relationship?
Totally. So in order to know when to walk away from a toxic relationship, it's so important to understand these warning signs and red flags of toxic relationships as early as possible so you can eject yourself before things escalate. And even though with normal couples it doesn't quite go to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard level, it's still important to understand red flags. So a few just easy red flags to keep in mind: they're jealous or controlling, they're dishonest, you feel exhausted or drained after spending time with them, they don't respect your boundaries, and you feel pressured to either commit too early or to be intimate before you're ready. So just keeping an eye out for those red flags early on will really help keep you hopefully out of the courtroom.
Yes, that is always a good goal. Okay, now we'll move on here. A new pair. Now these next two were considered a golden couple, but then came news of an entanglement, and then there was the Oscar slap heard around the world. Will and Jada. Now there's so much to be said, I guess, Alessandra, about these two. But what can they teach couples about things like privacy and how to best support or defend your partner?
Yeah, I think that collectively society agrees that violence is just never the answer in defending your partner. And it doesn't matter if there are good intentions behind the violence, it's just never okay. But I do think that the situation did open up the dialogue, and young people can now really see just how unacceptable it is, especially with Will, oh my goodness, what a mess. What a mess.
I know, right? And I'm so glad that this conversation is taking place and people are standing up and saying that violence is never the answer, because I'm sure almost every guy out there at some point has been put in a similar situation where you feel forced to defend or say something. Come on, be a man, things like that, right? So I'm glad that this conversation is happening. So important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, and next, Kim and Kanye. Now they've had some very public disagreements when it comes to parenting specifically. Obviously, Kim, though, Alessandra, has moved on with Pete Davidson, and Kanye has a girlfriend of his own. But for a while, Kanye was set on trying to get Kim back. What can this relationship reveal about when to stop trying to rekindle something, I guess?
Totally. No means no. And when one partner expresses that they no longer want to be in the relationship, it's really important to respect that. And I think that the Kanye situation really hits a nerve for a lot of women who are in a similar situation. And while privately suggesting, going to therapy and really committing to lifestyle changes, those are socially and totally acceptable and healthy ways to try to save a relationship. But the way that Kanye and a lot of men go about it just isn't healthy. And I think also we're seeing it's not about making a grand gesture, all incremental changes, and that every couple can make every day together.
That's pretty important. What about, when it comes to maintaining a positive, like co-parenting relationship, even though you two aren't in love anymore, or you're seeing other people? I think that relationship there has also highlighted that challenge as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love that regardless of what's going on, the Kardashians specifically are just really great role models of co-parenting and just keeping the kids away from the drama, getting into therapy, getting them into therapy, opening the dialogue, and just consistently affirming that even though me and your dad didn't work out, or even though me and your mom didn't work out, it doesn't mean that it reflects on you guys. And we love you and we're a team.
Beautifully said. And you know, as we've been doing this for the past 3 minutes, I guess now's not the best time to ask you this question, but real quick, I just want to know, I mean, is it okay to look at celebrities and their dating lives and kind of try to draw parallels to your own, or even kind of, you know, even bring that kind of stuff into your life? It doesn't matter what other people, be it high profile or not, are doing with their own love lives.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's so incredible that we can learn these lessons on such a grand scale, and really implement changes and kind of not have to go through what Johnny Depp is going through, or not have to go through what Kim is experiencing, because we're like, oh, okay, we can see that very clearly that I don't want this to happen in my romantic life. So I think, yeah, it's wonderful. And it's, even though I feel badly for the celebrities that are in the public eye that are
Sure.
experiencing this so publicly, just those lessons are really, really incredible to take.
Alessandra Conti, thank you so much. We'll be right back after the break.